guys, welcome back. I hope you all had a wonderful Christmas. I was trying to decide if I wanted to do monthly favorites or yearly favorites, and it just kind of fell in place that I rounded up all of my yearly favorites today. So I think what I'm going to do is save the December faves for January and just kind of do a combo video then. I've had some requests to do the yearly favorites, and I thought, what better time? So as usual, let me know what you were loving for the 2017 year. What were some of your favorites? Also, let me know what you got for Christmas, if you got some cool makeup items or what you asked for. I always love knowing what you guys are interested in. And as usual, if you aren't following me on social media, all of my links will be down below. Don't forget to subscribe, and let's go ahead and start. Before we get started, just going to pre-warn, I'm probably going to be extra lispy in this video. My expander has been really hurting my mouth the past week, and it's making it extra hard for me to talk properly. So for those of you who don't know the deal, that's why I sound a little weird in my videos now. I still get comments in every single video telling me to take my retainer out, or why do I sound funny? Ugh, do I need to put a disclaimer like in the info box that this is just how it's going to be for a while? I don't know. But anyways, just wanted to throw that out there for those of you who don't know. Let's go ahead and start with primers. Now, in 2017, I actually backed off of primer quite a bit. I didn't wear primer on a daily basis, but there were two that really stood out to me. The first being the Smashbox Photo Finish Primerizer. So this is basically a primer and a moisturizer in one, and I feel like you get the gist. You see why I like this. I have very dry skin, and on some days this really did kind of come in as like a combo product where it felt like a primer but it also hydrated my skin. It has hyaluronic acid in it and niacinamide. Those are both very hydrating properties found in moisturizers a lot of times. So this was just one that I really enjoyed. If you have dry skin, I think you will too. Now, secondly, this next product is not really considered to be a primer, but I used it in that way in the summertime especially, and it's the Charlotte Tilbury Unisex Healthy Glow. It's called an all-year hydrating summer tint moisturizer. So basically, this is a white moisturizing product that when you apply it to your skin, it turns into this bronzing tint. So it actually changes colors when you apply it. And I really love this because A, it's great for those of you who don't really like wearing makeup in the summertime, but sometimes your face is still a little bit more pale than your body. This adds a nice bronzy glow to your face and just almost like this perfected filter look. Wayne Goss did a wonderful video demoing this product, showing how it really just enhances the skin. And so for that reason, I'm almost out of it. I feel like I've probably got about this much left. I also mix this in with my foundations. It just gives this really nice glowy filter-like effect. And for that reason, like I said, I'm almost out. I feel like it's probably one of the most used base products that I used in 2017. So yeah, Smashbox Primerizer and Charlotte Tilbury Unisex Healthy Glow. So let's talk foundation. You're going to see a lot of repeat items in this video. Honestly, I feel like I stay true to a lot of my OG products, but there are some newbies, and I want to talk about the first new foundation I discovered this year that I think is very worthy of a mention in, yearly favorites or new things that I discovered this year, and it's the bareMinerals Bare Pro Liquid Foundation. So when I first got this, I was not a huge fan. I didn't really understand how to use it, the best way to use it, and how to make it look good on my skin. I would definitely say this foundation is targeted a little bit more towards those of you who have normal to combination oily skin, which is very rare for me to like a foundation that is tailored to that skin type because I am very dry. But with a lot of moisturization, like pre-moisturizing and using a hydrating primer, and also using this with a beauty blender, I found that this was one of the most flawless foundations I tried in 2017. It's one of those that you'll have to try it for yourself, figure out how it works best, and just kind of play around with it to determine if it's going to be something for you. This is medium to full coverage, and the one thing that I can praise this foundation for is that it lasts all day. I mean, this does not come off the skin. It is very long wearing. It just absolutely does not budge on me, and that's very rare to find in a foundation, and it also looks very flawless on the skin. So I had to give this a mention because it kind of came in towards the end of the year. I started reusing it and then realizing how good it really was, and I think for like the month of September, you guys in every single tutorial saw me use this for my foundation. So wanted to give this a shout out because yeah, definitely like the most impressive foundation I tried in 2017. Now, as far as my most used foundation in 2017, I would definitely say it was my old school MAC Face and Body. You guys know I love Face and Body. I have a demo on how to properly use this. It's a very tricky foundation. It's a mystery foundation. A, because it's very sheer. B, it has this consistency unlike any other product you have probably ever tried. The more you rub it in, the more firm it gets, and it almost develops this totally new texture where it starts to almost set on the face. And it's just a very unique product that confuses a lot of people, but applied properly, it is one of the most beautiful foundations, one of the most versatile foundations you can own, because you can go from extremely sheer coverage with this to about a medium coverage if you do apply concealer and powder on top of it. It's just so universal. It looks like skin. It doesn't enhance lines, pores, wrinkles. It's just a wonderful kind of like cult secret still in the makeup industry, and I just absolutely love it. It's also, I love the packaging of it, if I want to throw that out there too. So yeah, my most used this year foundation wise was definitely Face and Body. I wanted to throw in a tinted moisturizer category just so I could specifically mention bareMinerals Complexion Rescue. You know, I could not get away with filming this video without talking about it. It is like it's my daily wear foundation. I have it on today. Now I do have bareMinerals original powder on top of it, but anytime in the winter time, if you see me out, more than likely I have got Complexion Rescue on. It is hydrating. It improves hydration in your skin by a ridiculous amount, and it feels so good on the face. It just literally feels like a breath of fresh air on your face, especially like I said in the wintertime when it's really, really dry out. I can't praise this enough for those of you who like light coverage and you just want something that feels good and that actually helps your skin. Complexion Rescue is where it's at. Let's get into concealer. Now I know 2017 was the year of Shape Tape. Honestly, I never really fell in love with Shape Tape. I love using it as an eye primer, and I'm not a big concealer junkie anyways. On a daily basis, I don't really wear concealer, but I do have two to talk about. The first is one that will carry over from 2016, and that's the bareMinerals Bare Skin Serum Concealer. Again, great for those of you who have dry skin and you want a nice medium coverage. It glides on, it looks really fresh, it looks really healthy and dewy on the skin, but it does offer a good amount of coverage. So this would definitely be one I would recommend for those of you with dry skin who just are looking for that great everyday concealing product. Now, if you like more fuller coverage and you also like something that's a little bit more on the matte side, coming in, I believe 2 months ago, I received the Urban Decay All Nighter Concealers from Urban Decay, and honestly, anytime I wear my Bare Pro foundation and I want just hella good coverage, I use this concealer. For some reason, a lot of people are comparing it to Shape Tape, but I find that they are two totally different products. They're similar coverage-wise, but in my opinion, I feel like All Nighter has a bit more coverage. I've seen where some people say otherwise. It just depends on your skin type, I feel like. But this is a very high coverage concealer. very matte, and it dries down pretty quickly, which is unusual for me to like in a concealer because I normally go for something like this. But this, for some reason, worked for me, and it just looks so flawless on. It covers my freckles and just kind of completes to a full coverage look. I also find that it doesn't really crease, and I don't really know what's up with that because it is a very matte concealer, but on my under eyes, I feel like it just looks really smooth and flawless. So I'm going to go ahead and pick these two for kind of like, this is like the innovative product, the one that kind of shocked me this year that I used a lot, and then this is like my safety concealer. I did not try a powder in 2017 that blew me away, at least a new powder, so I'm just going to continue to talk about the ones that I have talked about for the past 3-4 years on my channel. The first being Lorac Porefection. This is what I use to set my makeup on most days if I want just a hint of coverage, if I want my face to look really smooth. This is a very flawless, smooth setting powder. It's a baked formula, but it just gives you this poreless finish to your skin without looking cakey or without looking like you have a lot of powder on. And this, you guys know, has always been like my ride or die powder. So brief mention there. For a translucent powder, like an everyday, just lightweight translucent setting powder, bareMinerals Hydrating Mineral Veil is my go-to. It does not look like powder on the skin. It's very lightweight, it's feathery, and it does hydrate the skin. Somehow it feels just so cooling when you apply it, and it does not adhere to dry areas on the face. So for my setting powders, those two are definitely the winners. Now let's move into foundation powders. So my powders that I use for foundation, there is absolutely nothing new here. It is still bareMinerals Original and MAC Studio Fix powder. I did try one from Conic this year that was pretty good, but I just can't seem to replace it or say that it's better than these two. So today I'm wearing bareMinerals Original, like I said, over the Complexion Rescue. This is my Holy Grail powder. It's luminous. It can go from sheer to full coverage. It is just like, for me, like this weekend or this week when I went home for the holidays, I only took this. Like, I didn't even take anything else, and it's all that I wore, and it gave me everything that I needed. Some days I wore it really sheer. For Christmas dinner, I, built it up and wore my powder concealer with it, and it had a flawless finish. So yeah, that's my all-time favorite. For a pressed powder, though, you guys know I love MAC Studio Fix powder. If you aren't into loose powders and you also might want something that's a little bit more convenient and also mattifying, then MAC Studio Fix powder is a really great option. This is great for those of you who, like I said, aren't looking for the luminous finish, because you will get that with bareMinerals Original powder. This definitely has more of a flat finish. Again, you can go from sheer to full coverage with it, and it is also great for travel. So yeah, just a rundown on two of my favorites that, have yet to be beat. NARS Laguna still held really strong for me in 2017. I actually just had to replace mine, and I bought the, this is actually the new version. It's called the Sunwash Diffusing Bronzer in Laguna, and I actually really like it. I'm not showing you this to replace the original Laguna. If given the option, I would probably still go for the original Laguna, but this is just what I had to show you guys. Basically, the color Laguna from NARS is my ride or die. It's my favorite, but I have to throw in an honorable mention, and one that you might consider purchasing if you're on more of a budget. And I also use this a lot this year. It's the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. Again, this is one that I had, like, in the beginning, I didn't exactly love it, and then as my skin got a little lighter, I really saw what a great color it was for me. I think it comes in two colors. I think you can get it in a darker color. I just have the lighter one. But yeah, this is a very smooth formula. It's not streaky. It smells amazing. It smells very tropical. And yeah, I just love the butter formula from Physicians Formula. And I think this is just a really great drugstore option if you are looking for something that is similar to the NARS one. I would definitely say you might want to go up to the darker color in this to make it equivalent to Laguna. But nonetheless, the formula is great and it looks wonderful on the skin. So those would be my 2 picks for bronzer. I'm discovering as I get older, I'm just not a blush person, whereas 2 years ago, my blush drawer was absolutely overflowing. Like, that's what I wanted to buy when I went into Sephora or MAC or whatever. And this year, I was looking at my blush drawer, and it's my lowest product drawer. I've decluttered it very heavily, and there was only one blush product that stuck out to me, and it's the, I don't even know what it's called. It's the Hourglass Ambient Strobe Lighting Blush Palette. So this was a formula I think they came out with in 2017, and it's called the Strobe Lighting Blushes. So they have the ambient lighting blushes, which I actually owned several years ago. I wasn't really a fan of those. The strobe ones have this iridescent shimmer in them, so they're very highlighty on the cheeks. So I'm wearing these 2 shades mixed. These are actually my 2 favorite shades, and I just think this is a really lovely palette. I think it is really fresh and unique, and it's kind of like a highlighter and a blush in one, so it saves you a step from adding highlighter because they are so glowy. And I think the formula is really smooth, and it's just a lovely palette. It's very expensive though, so I would not say it is a necessity. I would just say out of my full collection that I have right now, this is the one that I used the most this year and that I was also impressed with. My most used highlighter in 2017 was definitely my oldie MAC Soft and Gentle. I got on a kick where I literally did not use any other highlighter for months. And I don't know if it's just because I have so many. Becca sends me a lot of their highlighters. And actually, just the day before Christmas, I received a highlighter from Becca, and I'm wearing it right now. It's called Vanilla Quartz. Very, very beautiful. Like, if this would have come in, you know, earlier in the year, it possibly could have been in this video, but I'm still testing it out, but it's very beautiful. But I get a lot of highlighters, and I don't know, I just always seem to come back to Soft and Gentle. It's just like the perfect color for my skin tone no matter what, and it just adds this out of this world glow to your skin. So yeah, nothing new here. This is a very old product for me, but yeah, I feel like it was definitely my most used product as far as highlighter goes in 2017. Let's talk about brows very quickly. I can honestly say that I switched between a lot of brow pencils in 2017. For a long time, I was using the Anastasia Perfect Brow Pencil. I still use that occasionally. For a long time, I used the Benefit Precisely My Brow. And today, I'm wearing the Benefit Goof Proof Brow because my Precisely My Brow ran out. So I didn't really pick an actual brow pencil just because I use so many. I just bounce back and forth. But the one continuous repurchase brow product for me in 2017 was the Benefit Gimme Brow, which is very unfortunate to talk about right now because you cannot find this in any stores. Benefit took this off the shelf due to some type of complaint they were having with people getting this in their eye. I don't know why people were using this near their eye, but it slightly pisses me off because I'm out of one of my colors and I can't get it. I can't get it anywhere because nowhere is selling it until Benefit repackages it, reformulates it, which is also going to piss me off because I love it the way that it is. But yeah, if you go out to buy this right now, I doubt you'll be able to find it. I haven't been able to find it at Sephora or Ulta, or actually I haven't looked anywhere else. Sephora and Ulta don't have it right now. So yeah, Gimme Brow is a fiber kind of gel for your brows, and it's just amazing. It makes your brows look voluminous. You don't have to fill them in. You can literally just use this alone and it will shape them, it will fill them in, and it's just a wonderful product. I really hope Benefit, I mean, I don't think they're going to discontinue it. I just hope that they bring it back out soon and don't change the formula on it because yeah, it's just a staple. It's been a staple for years and I love it. It is definitely like one of my most repurchased products. eyeshadow palette winners this year definitely goes to the Marc Jacobs Iconic eyeshadow palettes. These are literally the best eyeshadows I have ever used. They blend like a dream. They are pigmented. They're just so incredibly dreamy. These palettes are pretty expensive. I think they are in the $40 range, but you are not getting a crappy product. Let me promise you that. These glide on like a dream. I have all of the palettes. Marc Jacobs did send these to me, and I think I've used all of them but the blue palette with the blue colors in it, and none of the palettes were inconsistent. They all had this smooth blendable finish. The two that I use the most are the most neutral, Scandalous and Glambition. Scandalous is a very warm, kind of warm peachy brown palette with this hot pink color in it, and then the Glambition is just like your standard nude palette, and these blend like a dream. They are phenomenal. These are, like I said, the best eyeshadows I have like ever used in my life. I also wanted to talk about the Milk Makeup eye pigments. These are another one that really blew me away this year. I normally don't like cream eyeshadow. I do like cream eyeshadow, but when it comes to shimmery shades, sometimes they're very lackluster, or they start kind of coming off on the eyes midday. These do not. These are so opaque, so beautiful and shimmery on the eye, and they dry down probably after about 15 seconds upon application. So once they're dry, they are literally on your lids all flippin' day, and they're just a phenomenal product. They look so beautiful, so stunning, and like high impact, and they last all day on the eyelids. So I had to throw these in there because I was really impressed with them. This was another newbie product for me this year, and it is in the eyeliner category. It is the Charlotte Tilbury Classic Eye Powder Pencil. So what's funny is Charlotte Tilbury was kind of like on my shit list for the beginning of 2017 and also at the end of 2016. I remember I placed a Charlotte Tilbury order and I literally returned all of it because none of it worked for me. But here I am with what? I actually have four Charlotte Tilbury products in my yearly favorites. So definitely Charlotte Tilbury has redeemed themselves. And here is the second product I'm talking about for my favorites. And like I said, it's the Classic Eye Powder Pencil. This is basically a powder eyeliner in pencil form. It goes on so feathery smooth. It is blendable. You can smudge it with your finger. And I think it's just one of those eyeliners that's going to be great for those of you who struggle with applying eyeliner. If you just aren't that great at applying it, you can never get like a smooth line, I think this is something to look into because it's a powder. It's easy to correct if you mess up. You can just kind of smudge it into your lash line, and it's just so smooth and easy to apply. It's not, it just doesn't have the consistency of the typical gel or pencil liner. And for that, I absolutely love it. You can literally create a full eye look with this pencil. You can apply it really softly to your lash line and then kind of bring it up and smudge it. And you have like this nice brown hazy eye look. I've done that on several occasions. The only thing is, keep in mind, it's not very long wearing. If you do have oily eyelids like me, prime your eyes before applying because it will come off. It's a powder. It doesn't have a long wear formula. Mascara is still my old school MAC Extended Play Gigablack Lash. This is a very skinny, smudge proof mascara. I love that. This is just the best mascara for my lashes. I have non-existent eyelashes, and this at least gives me some length, and it's also really great for the bottom lashes. It's smudge proof, so if you have problems with mascara running, this will stay on. It's actually kind of hard to get off, but it still this day remains my number one. I did not try a mascara in 2017 that blew this away. All right, and finally, let's get into lip products. I have two Charlotte Tilbury lip products to talk about. Like I said, Charlotte Tilbury kind of came in strong in my yearly favorites, shockingly. And The two products are the two that I'm wearing on my lips right now. The first is a lip liner. So in the lip liner category, hands down, my favorite lip liner formula is the Charlotte Tilbury Lip Cheats. These are very expensive, but something about them are just like the perfect colors. She has the perfect color range in these. You know, she doesn't overwhelm you with like these unnecessary colors. The formula is very unique. I would say they're not the smoothest lip liners to apply, but it's almost like this gel formula, and once it sets, it literally lasts like all day. I absolutely love her lip cheat formulas for that, because they do somehow manage to last all day on the lips. Now the color that I use is Iconic Nude. I don't know if I said that. I don't think I did. Iconic Nude Charlotte Tilbury Lip Cheat is like my ride or die. I absolutely love it. It matches my lip color perfectly. And to go along with it, I discovered this year the Charlotte Tilbury, what are these called? These have a specific name. I think these are the Hot Lips lipsticks. Pretty sure they are. This is the one in Kim KW. If you look up Charlotte Tilbury Kim KW, it will tell you the name, but I'm fairly certain these are called the Hot Lips lipsticks. This is like my perfect nude color. If you have more of a fair to light skin tone and you just struggle with finding a really good kind of mid-tone soft nude, this one is great. It is just a beautiful nude tone. Now, if you are in the medium to tan skin tones or darker, this is going to look a little pale on you, but I love it. This has 100% been my most used lip combo of 2017. Now, because these are really expensive, I wanted to share a dupe with you all, and I'm actually like, I'm just going to throw these into my favorites too, because I wore these a lot as well. And you can go out and literally buy these two products, and they will 100% dupe the Charlotte Tilbury ones. The first is the LA Girl Ultimate Intense Auto Stay Lip Liner in Nonstop Nude. These, again, super long wearing formula, easy access. You can find this at CVS. Super cheap. I think these are like $4.99. And the Nonstop Nude color is just a great everyday nude lip liner. Now for the dupe for the Kim KW, the Maybelline Baby Lips Crayon in, I always forget the name of this, Toasted, I think it's Toasted something. Number 5, Toasted Taupe. This is just like a very unexpected product from Maybelline. It just kind of, again, it's like that perfect nude. This is also very moisturizing. So it's got a little bit more of a glossy finish than the Charlotte Tilbury Kim KW, but they are almost identical tone-wise. So yeah, these two great dupe for the Charlotte Tilbury products that I mentioned. Alright guys, so those were my yearly favorites slash kind of holy grail products. A lot of these you guys have seen in years past, but some of these I just can't replace. I'm not going to sit here and tell you that I tried a new product this year and it replaced my bareMinerals Complexion Rescue, because until that happens, I will not replace that. So I hope you guys enjoyed. As usual, let me know what your favorites were for 2017. I'm very excited for 2018. I just want to throw this out there. For 2018, I feel like you're going to see a lot of changes in my channel. Possibly not as much makeup stuff, not as much beauty. I'm really coming to this point in my life where I have so much. And I'm very fortunate to be able to work with brands, and I'm very fortunate to be able to send stuff, and I still love testing products. I still love doing makeup looks, but at some point it's just overwhelming and it's a lot. And there's, like I said, there's other things in my life that I'm really excited to share with you all. And yeah, we'll just kind of see where that goes. I'm not scared to change content on my channel. I'm not scared to lose views, as long as I have people who are interested in, what I post, whether that's 5 people or 500 people. That's really all that matters to me. And also that I put stuff out that I'm happy about and that I'm passionate about. So just wanted to throw that in there. I think in January you'll probably start seeing some differences on my channel, but there still will be beauty, there still will be makeup, there still will be fun and just playing around and reviewing. But yeah, I'm just excited to, you know, try different things for the new year. So we'll just leave it at that. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see y'all in my next video. Bye.